interesting contrast of styles. There is some similarities, some differences, and it's wonderful to have those two Grand Crus together. And we now have the Riesling of the South, which is the Viognier. You will laugh when I call Viognier the Riesling of the South, but certainly for the aromatic expression, you could use this comparison. And we are going through the Rhone Valley, northern Rhone. We were in the south of the Rhone before with Gigondas, with Saint-Aduc, and now is the north. And this is Condrieu. So this is the appellation where the grape Viognier was probably born, or certainly this is the hub of the Viognier, and this is where it almost died, because as you remember, in the 1960s, it was less than 7 hectares, and there was a project for a big motorway to go through these vineyards, and we was probably killed the Viognier, the grape variety. Now we have thousands and thousands of hectares throughout the world. The only country that doesn't make Viognier is Poland, but I'm sure it's going to change in the next few years. Always some ambitious producers looking for the next challenge. And we have this incredible aroma. This can only be Viognier. This is the honeysuckle, the orchid flower, the lily flowers, the fruit jam, the olive oil. I almost get a note of olive oil always from Viognier in the nose. It's really great. A fantastic expression of a rare grape variety, and we have a cru from Condrieu, so there's very limited wine. They're really like tiny parcels, terraces, very hard to farm. One of the most expensive wines to make, honestly, because the yield is very low, everything is made by hand. Getting the grapes down from the vineyard to the winery, this is a challenge because it's really tough to transport. I was there last year. I couldn't believe how steep. When you take a photo from afar, it looks very pretty. Now try to climb to the top of the vineyard. Good luck. It's going to take 2 hours to walk, a few hundred meters. Very hard. Paweł, what's your comment about this Condrieu?
So I'm really like this Condrieu is one of my favorite producer of the Condrieu. And this is in fact that is one of the best producer of the Condrieu, but from the few years he make excellent Syrah as well. So the Côte Rôtie is from the past year one of the outstanding as well. But we have the excellent Condrieu at the moment in the glass, so very powerful, very full body white wine. That's what Wojtek say. We have the aroma of the olive oil, but as well the very classic stone fruits flavor, like the ripe peach, some apricot as well. So I'm really like to pair this wine with the vegetables, which are very often hard to choose the correct wine. So that goes very well with the caramelized carrots or with some pumpkin as well. So that's for the caramelized with a bit of the sweetness from the vegetables works very well.
This is a great terroir wine, and remember that the real keepers of the terroir are the great winemakers. So, Condrieu is this unique place. The wines are very expensive, and so when you look at it in abstract, you think, oh, why does a white wine has to cost 70 euros or 80 euros, because some of them really are on this price level. Then you go, you see the vineyards, you understand the amount of work, handwork that it takes, the dedication, and you understand that the price is justified, and those vineyards would have disappeared if not for the 5 or 6 families who really saved it from oblivion. So for me, this is always worth paying a premium to ensure that we keep having Condrieu in the future. And it's the same about every great appellation in the world, and never enough emphasizing this. Also to those of you in the room who are reselling the wines to your customers, price is always to be put in context, and the price of an expensive wine like these 3 that we have tasted, the 2 Rieslings and the Condrieu, is never an accident. It's not really about the margin, it's about also the cost of production, and we want to keep those wines for the future.